Hello friends, in today's video we are going to see different notations of time complexity analysis. So most important notations are O, that is big O notation, theta notation also known as big theta, and omega notation also known as big omega. So in shortcut, what this gives us? Big O will give you upper bound of a function. This one will give you tighter bound, or you can say precise, and this one will give you lower bound. You can think of this as, that is big O, as smaller than or equal to, this one equal to, and this one greater than equal to. Now let's understand it through an example. Suppose you are asking someone his or her age, and age is 24 years. So he can give you three answers here. One is I am 24 years old. Second is I am 24 years or elder. Third is I am 24 years or below. So as you can see here, this one is precise. And if I have asked someone his or her age, I will be expecting precise answer. I will not be expecting these answers, and these are rough estimate. So you can think of this one as theta, this one as omega, and this one as O. So you may be thinking that theta is most important, and you are right. But what happens in most of the problems, finding theta is very difficult. So we go for O. Okay. Now let's see some other example. Suppose someone is saying you T of n is O of n square, and here T of n is equal to theta of n square, and here T of n is equal to omega of n square. What do we mean by these things? If T of n is equal to order of n square, that means at max there will be order of n square instruction required to execute that particular program. It may happen that it will take order of n log n only, order of root n only, order of n root n only, but it will never happen that it will take n cube or n4 or n square log n. Yeah, this is what we mean by O of n square. Now let's see this one, theta of n square. If I am saying T of n is equal to theta of n square, we mean it will take exactly n square instruction. In worst case, it will not take n log n, neither it will take order n, means n cube instruction, neither it will take n instruction to execute. So it is exact, it will take n square only, neither less nor more. Now come to omega notation. If I am saying T of n is equal to omega of n square, we mean at least n square instruction. Means it can take more than this but not less. That is n log n, no. It can take n square log n, it can take n cube, n4, but not anything less than n square. Less than, yeah. Equal to n square, yeah. Now we are going to understand each of these one by one mathematically. So first we are going to see big O notation. Big O. If I am saying T of n is equal to O of f of n, what do you mean? And this can only happen if and only if there exists a constant c and n not greater than 0 for which T of n is smaller than equal to f of n c times f of n for all n greater than n naught. आपको ये समझ में नहीं आया होगा? Now let's understand it through a graph. Suppose this is your f of n. No, this is your t of n. Yeah. And suppose this is your f of n. And suppose I am doubling f of n. Twice of f of n. So as you can see here, this particular point, this point is n naught, and this point is, this is c. So I can say that T of n is O of f of n for c equal to 2 and n greater than equal to this n naught. Suppose this is 5. So n greater than equal to 5. What do we mean by this? What we mean by this? We mean this f of n function, that is twice of f of n function, will always be greater than or equal to T of n for all n greater than 5. That is, it will bound it upper. Now let's see big omega notation. Big omega. If if I am saying T of n is big omega of f of n, what do we mean here? We mean there exists a constant c and n naught greater than 0 such that T of n is greater than equal to c times f of n for all n greater than and not greater than equal to. Now let's see the graph. Suppose this is your T of n and this is your f of n, and say suppose I am half multiplying f of n by half, so this is my resultant fn. So this particular point is my n naught, this is c. So T of n is omega of f of n for c equal to 1 by 2 and n greater than, suppose it is 3, n greater than equal to 3. What do we mean by this? For all n greater than 3, greater than equal to 3, f of n will always be smaller than T of n. Okay. Now let's see the final one, and that is theta notation. Third one, theta. Suppose I am saying T of n is theta of f of n. What do we mean by this? There exists a constant c1, c2 and n naught such that T of n is smaller than equal to c1 times f of n. T of n is greater than equal to c2 times f of n for all n greater than n naught. Greater than equal to n naught. I always forget this one. Now let's see graph. Means basically, suppose this is my function, it will bound it from up also and low also. So suppose this is your f of n and this is your this is your t of n, this is your f of n, and this is your twice of f of n. So as you can see here, for this particular point, you can see that t of n is smaller than equal to twice of f of n, and t of n is greater than equal to f of n. After this particular point, suppose this is 5, so for n greater than equal to 5, so what can we say here? T of n is order of f of n for c1 equal to 2, c2 equal to 1, this is my c1, this is my c2, and this is my n. N greater than equal to, we are assuming it to be 5 here. So this is what my theta notation is. Now we are going to see few examples, simple examples. Yeah. Example 1. Prove 2 to the power n plus 10 is order of 2 to the power n. So how we are going to do it? We are going to prove it by contradiction. Proof by contradiction. That is, we will assume 2 to the power n is 2 to the power n plus 10 is order of 2 to the power n. Then what we will get? 2 to the power n plus 10 should be smaller than equal to c times 2 to the power n. So from here we can say that 2 to the power n into 2 to the power 10 is smaller than equal to c times 2 to the power n. This cancel. C is greater than equal to 2 to the power 10, which is C is greater than equal to 1024. So we got our constant. So we can say that 2 to the power n plus 10 is O of 2 to the power n for C equal to 1024 and n greater than equal to 1. Yeah, you just need to find two constants, any two constants to prove it. Now see another example. Example 2. Prove n to the power k is not equal to O of n to the power k minus 1. Again we are going to do it by proof by contradiction. So we are going to assume n to the power k is O of n to the power k minus 1, and if we will assume it, that means n to the power k equal to c times n to the power k minus 1, smaller than equal to. So cancelling n to the power k minus 1 from both sides, we will get n to the n is smaller than equal to c. So as you can see here, we do not have a constant here, don't have a constant here. So our assumption was wrong. Hence n to the power k is not O of n to the power k minus 1. Proved. Now what we are going to do? Little o and little omega. What are these? See, this is my little o, this is my little omega. See, if you are saying T of n is O of n square, what do we mean by this? We mean that T of n should be smaller than equal to c times n square, correct? And if we are saying T of n is little o of n square, we will mean basically T of n is smaller than c times n square. So as you can see here, this one is exclusive. Similarly, in little omega, if we say t of n is little omega of n square, what do we mean? T of n is greater than c times n square. Here also equal to is not there. So this is all I have for time complexity notation. In next video I am going to solve more examples. And friends, if you have liked this video, then please like, share and subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching.